What's up, guys? My name is Wyatt Kep. Welcome to Ambitious Scumbags. I am from San Antonio, Texas, but I live in Destin right now. I will be moving back in May. I am an Air Force veteran, technically still active duty veteran in May. Um, this is my buddy Rob right here. He's hosting with me on this show. Good looking dude, great heart, and great mindset. Knows a lot about fitness, and we're both here willing to learn about everything. One topic we want to discuss today was mental health. This is one that has been reached out to us repeatedly. I basically want to describe the show though. It's not all gonna be about mental health. We want definite positivity here. We want for you to grasp something from what we're talking about any time that we're fucking doing this podcast. So, whether that's better business methodology, ways to grow your business, advertising other small businesses as well. That's a huge thing for us. We want to get in touch with the community. We want to be here for you guys. But yeah, this is what we're doing. And Rob, tell them who you are, man.
What's going on, guys? I'm Robert Fedarko. I'm from San Antonio. As Wyatt mentioned, I am not in the Air Force or a veteran, even though I may look like one. I guess that's what a lot of people tell me. I am actually a grocery store worker working for the best grocery store in the state of Texas. Um, but yeah, like Wyatt said, I tend to focus more on the fitness side of life, or I did. So we'll definitely be diving into that rabbit hole. Um, but to piggyback off of what was said as well, this podcast is meant for you guys. We want to talk about everything that you might think about throughout your days. All those random thoughts that go on in your head, that go on in our head, we want to bring them to light and, you know, make it to where nothing is biased, nothing is taboo, and just make this a safe place to talk about anything and everything. Um, so with that being said, Wyatt, let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, man. Rob, I appreciate you being on the show with me, man. It's gonna be a good time.
Oh hell yeah, man!
It's basically us just on this fucking journey, dude.
It is.
Just trying to figure everything out about our own lives and trying to help people grow with us.
Exactly. That's all we can do is just hope and pray that us talking about what we go through and the way that we think resonates with others, and hopefully can help them in the long run as well. It's kind of what I've been telling people when I describe this podcast to them. It's two guys bullshitting the entire time. We're just talking about whatever the hell we want to talk about, trying to make sense of it all, and hoping to give some positivity back into the world. And I tell everybody, if we can change just one life with what we talk about, then it was all worth it.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. We are here for the people right now. I feel like we need to restore love in this world. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
hatred, and diversity, which is a great thing, but we're divided. So
Exactly.
that's the biggest thing that's bothering me. I want everybody to come together. So without further ado, I do want to start talking about mental health.
Do it.
So we went over some sample runs the other night, and I got really into my anxiety and my feels, man, and it was rough. But one thing I want to get established is that you know everybody has a mental health issue. People don't talk about it though,
Nope.
and the reason they don't talk about it is how society's depiction on mental health is. That's fucking nuts too. This shit is not a Hollywood movie. This is real life. You have to be in touch with your emotions. You have to learn, your emotions are literally going to help you through tough situations.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you have to be able to communicate your emotions.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
It's rough, man. For the longest time, man, I was not okay. You know, like I was just, I didn't know I had anxiety. I didn't know I had depression. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to deal with it. I went through this, like I went on a date one time, and it was at that Mexican food place that I was telling you about, like, and then
Yeah.
yeah, dude. So I was sitting there and everything was okay, I guess, but I had drank a little the night before, and this is really where it kicked in, like extreme, like it went fucking overboard. So I was sitting there eating some fucking nachos, and then, dude, I fucking just like all of a sudden, randomly, was like, oh fuck, I feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. And then I was like, I didn't know what I was like. I didn't know what happened. Like I was like, yo, I might die right now. Like this is happening. This is the end. This is how it ends.
Yeah, it was kind of that out of body experience. Your
Yeah.
your body and your mind kind of went into fight or flight mode.
Yeah, man. It's wild. Like, I sat there and then it went away in like 30 seconds, but I saw that like that those jitters, and like I was like, yo, what is happening? Because like I had to distract myself from what was happening.
Absolutely.
And then once I found out that you can distract yourself, like that comes later, but like I found that out eventually, and then I
Yeah,
was like, yo, this shit works. This shit works.
exactly. No, that's shit. I never realized I had anxiety, but I guess I've always had it. It's just never there was never a name for it um whenever I was going through my shit. And I guess maybe that was my own fault because I didn't want to put a name on it because I didn't want to seem broken.
Yeah.
Uh but my first real like anxiety or panic attack, whatever you want to call it, I was at work at Chili's when I used to work there, and I was having a mediocre day, and all of a sudden I just felt this overwhelming sensation, and I can't really describe it too much. It wasn't sadness, it wasn't anger, it was just like this weight that was just on me, and I couldn't control it. I couldn't do anything. It was just I felt incapacitated. And so I ran to the bathroom, and I mean I literally punched not a hole, but I punched the wall to like feel something other than what I was feeling. I needed
Yeah.
pain. I needed a distraction, and pain was my distraction. But then I broke down, dude. I sat in the stall and I just cried, like sobbing,
Yeah.
crying. And the thing is, I'm not a crier. I don't cry very often. And if I do, it's normally just because I've been holding in my emotions for so long. It's never after anything sad. But this time was one of those times where I just could not control my emotions any longer. And it was scary
Yeah.
because I didn't know how to deal with it. I was like, holy shit. I having a mental breakdown right now because
Yeah.
there was some things going on in my life to where a mental breakdown was coming.
Yeah.
Um I can get into that a little bit more detail on that later on, but yeah, I know what anxiety feels like. I know what a
Yeah.
panic attack feels like, and it fucking sucks.
It does fucking suck, man.
It sucks,
And
bro.
it's crazy how stress does that to you, correct? Like it's just like off the wall, like it builds up and you're just kind of like bothered and shit, but stress management is such a huge thing, like regarding mental health, bro, because this, like, that's where your anxiety will come in, your depression will come in, like, and some people have it together. I have it together, and it's a fucking nightmare because, like, at times, like, in at days, I'll be like, yo, I fucked the world, bro. Like, fuck it, like what happens, like, like I'm gonna just isolate my fucking self from everybody, like. And then there's other times where I'm like, dude, I fucking hate everything. Everything's on my back. And then there's times where that shit's together. So I'm like, I'm fucked up, like, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
No, I feel that
So,
100%.
that's why stress management is such like a huge thing, for me, like, I know personally what helps, like my stress management is like, I'll make a list. Like, I have to make a list of what I need to get done throughout the day. Because if I don't fucking do anything or get any of this done, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Yep. No, I
But
get that.
yeah, man. So like, but there's some things that we can't control, like stuff in our life. You know,
Yeah, life is unpredictable.
you're telling me, bro.
Oh no, I am telling you.
Yeah, man. I mean, and I'm sure everybody else knows as well. Like this life will take a fucking cut at you, bro. Like it's raunchy, it's mean, it's ruthless, and it does not give a fuck. But
Nope.
like this is why we're doing this show. This is why we need to talk about how the way we feel. That way, people don't know. Like people know that they're not alone as well.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
dude, like what do I want to say, like like this like how anxiety can affect not only your mind but like your bodily functions too, like
Oh,
like
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. No,
you feel
I
the physical attributes to that.
yeah, and I think we talked about this a little bit a couple days ago. Um, and I mean, you're probably going to hear a shit ton of stories from me tonight, so just
Hell yeah.
sit back and relax. But no, your body takes takes a major toll, or the anxiety takes a major toll on your body. I can remember being at the job that I have now, and there was possibilities for moving up and getting promoted. And I thought I was doing a great job there. Everybody liked me. I didn't have any issues with anybody. I was doing my job every morning and just doing it to the best of my ability. And so I pulled my boss aside and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm really interested in, um, you know, trying out for that job and seeing if I can't get it." And he wasn't mean about it or anything, but the way that I took it really kind of fucked me up. He said, "Look, you're doing a really great job and I appreciate all your hard work, but I don't think that you're ready to move up to that position. We need you to be here and you're right here. You're almost there, but you're not there." And, you know, as a bodybuilder, as an athlete, we strive to be the best at what we do. It's a work ethic that we instill in ourselves and we strive to be the best. And so when somebody tells you that you're not the best, it knocks you off your pedestal a little bit. It humbles the shit out of you. Um, Hurts too. And so I can remember just kind of like taking a step back and kind of like, shit, did he just tell me that I suck at my job? And he didn't. He
Yeah.
literally didn't. He said, "You're really good at your job, but you're just not where we need you to be." And I went home, and dude, I shit you not. I went home with stomach cramps, a migraine, sweats, chills. I thought I was fucking sick. Like I thought I had just gotten like mono or something. I don't even know how, but I was throwing up. I couldn't function, and I had to call out of work for 3 days because I was so just I couldn't function. My body would not allow me to, and it was because as soon as that conversation was over, I became anxious. My adrenaline started coming out and was just at an all-time high. My anxiety was at an all-time high. I let it get to me to the point to where it it incapacitated me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit.
It's a motherfucker, man. And
It
it's
is, dude.
crazy.
It sucks.
It's crazy what like constructive criticism does, right? Like
And I thought I took constructive criticism well. Evidently, I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. But like, nobody likes to being told like, hey, we're not like good enough at the moment. Like even if it is to build our careers. And like you have to take motivation. Like some people take motivation differently, right? So like some people like that. Some people are like, oh hell yeah, dude, like you know what, I'm gonna show his ass. Other people are like, gosh damn, dude, that fucking knocked me down, dude. And
Exactly.
I'm one of
It's
those
all on how
people.
you take it.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people, man. I'm like, yo, dude, I thought I was doing good, like
Exactly. You're like, damn,
yeah.
that really sucked. I thought I was doing a good job. I'm coming
Yeah,
in here earning my paycheck, and he just
exactly.
told me I ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like that's where life will humble us at times.
Absolutely.
And it's a motherfucker, but at the same time, eventually I think we're gonna become better people because of constructive criticism. But
Oh yeah,
it's all about tone as well, right? It's all about tone.
exactly.
And like me, I'm a big tone person. Like I can't, like if you send me a fucking text message, bro, like and like we're jokingly like saying something mean to me, but didn't put any emojis, I'm gonna be so upset at you.
All right, so Heard,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just send, "Hey, asshole,"
Yeah.
and no emoji, no haha, no nothing. Just be like, "Hey, you're an asshole," and just
And
see what you say.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, damn, I am an
Wow,
asshole.
what did I do to deserve such hate?
Yeah. Be like, damn, I am an asshole, I guess. But
I
yeah,
guess.
like, but that's the type of person. Like, tone's a huge thing. That's a big thing that I'm learning right now. Like, I'm in a leadership position, and like,
They let you lead people.
I guess I don't know why, but they gave me the shot. I'm like, fuck it. But like we're doing well, and I'm learning. Every day. I keep my mouth shut a lot of times, and let my buddy Rick Rouse. He's the coolest guy in the world. He's took me under his wing. He's shown me a lot, and this company that I work for, Bearcat Restoration, has been fantastic. They just want to see their people do well, and we do some badass fucking work too. I will
That's
say that.
awesome.
But to get back on topic, like, uh, man, these guys, like, they'll give me constructive criticism all the time, and and it's good because it's gonna build me, But they do it well. They do it very well. They have the proper tone. They show me how things need to be done correctly if I'm not doing them right, and and tone, like with like me having my tone with all the other people around too, like as far as like our workers, like our laborers and stuff like that. I established a great relationship with them because I respect them. I'll take them out to lunch, like I joke with them, and they joke with me back. You have to earn that respect.
Absolutely. And
So
that's the thing. Respect is earned,
yeah,
not given.
exactly, and that's a lot of things that we need to know, and we can't take this personally because business is business, and then like if something's personal on the streets, it's personal on the streets, But
Exactly. But in the workplace, it's a whole different
exactly.
monster.
But this can all affect our mood,
Yeah,
and this is the point. This can all affect our mood. This can affect like just the way we think about things, constructive criticism, tone. It's just it can make us feel like we are not doing a good job ourselves, and
absolutely.
that shit fucking sucks because everybody wants to feel like we're important, and that's true. Rob, social media. We were talking about this the other day too. Like you
Do we want to go down this rabbit hole right
we
now?
can, man. Like it needs to be addressed, right?
Okay.
So I was talking to this girl the other day, and she was talking about how she feels like she needs to like be like this person, this 1 million follower like beautiful woman, right?
An
And
influencer.
she is a beautiful
Yeah.
woman. And she just doesn't have 1 million followers. You know 1 million people? Because I fucking don't.
I mean, I might. I don't know.
Dude, I think I have like 5,000 Facebook friends. I don't know. I know like probably 300. Like I straight up. Like I
No,
don't.
I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I like to think that I know the majority of people that I follow, but I fucking don't.
Hmm.
And that was the thing. We're gonna get on this topic of social media. I
Yes.
got stories.
Yes, dude. Yeah. It's just
um,
wild because like social media is so convenient for us because it's an easy way to stay connected with everybody around us.
well, not only that too, it's also an escape
It is.
because social media lets you paint a picture of yourself that you might not be able to put out into the real world.
Yeah.
Like it allows you to create a facade of who you really are. Um, and I think that's what people kind of enjoy is the fact that they don't really have to be themselves, if that makes sense.
No,
They
you're
can
right.
they can be whoever they want. Um, but that's kind of where the trouble starts.
Yeah.
You start looking at all these influencers on social media, all these people that have 1 million followers, and they're driving Lamborghini, or they're not driving, they're posting up pictures of Lamborghinis and
Oh yeah.
sports cars and showing that they're on these lavish vacations and stuff. Um, but I guarantee they ain't happy. I guarantee they're having the same struggles you are. They're trying to figure out what their next move is. They're trying to figure out how they're going to cope with their mental illness because I guarantee they're stressing right now. They're anxious.
More money, more problems. Remember,
More money, more
more
problems.
money, more
And
problems.
the same thing goes for followers too. More followers, more problems. Because once you start to see that following go up on your social media, then you start to feel obligated to post more. You start to feel obligated to show that your life is this grand adventure so that it looks to be appealing to everyone else. And I mean, obviously that's not the case. You know,
Yeah,
you're
no,
going to
for
spend your
sure.
life savings on trying to do it up for the gram, and then you're going to be a broke bitch.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah, yeah,
that's how it is. You're trying to live it up for the gram and not live it up for your life and for yourself. And that's kind of where your life starts to take a dump.
yeah. And it's because we have these expectations, like these things that we wish to reach, but that sometimes we won't get. Most of the time, we won't get that unless
Exactly.
unless you know the person or you got fucking lucky, like that
No,
that's literally
absolutely.
it. That's literally it. But like, what I want you to realize is that, the only person that you should be is yourself, you know? And
Exactly.
like,
Because there's 8 billion people in the world.
yeah,
There's only one you. And that one you is unique.
yeah.
It's you're you for a reason, Wyatt.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm me for a reason,
Yeah, I'm
you
still trying
know?
to fucking figure out why I'm me, but
Oh, I am too, because
yeah.
there's a lot wrong with me, but there's also a lot right with me too.
Yeah.
You can't look at all the things you don't like about yourself. Self hate is so detrimental to your mental state. And you need to focus on the good things that make you you. And sit down and write a list. You know, um, I've done it before.
Yeah.
I've had days where I'm just like, you're kind of shitty,
Yeah.
and I don't really think anybody likes you, and I'll beat myself up, dude. And I've sat down before and I've made a list of the traits um, that I like about myself, and it doesn't even have to be physical. A lot of times people focus on the superficial physicalities of other people, and that's not necessarily what the most important aspects of a person are.
Yeah.
For me, uh, I like to see myself as a very compassionate person. I'm a very caring individual.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and those are all traits that I see in myself that I can appreciate, and uh, they kind of take over
That's a yeah.
the negative.
Yeah, and that's like and that happens, Like,
Exactly.
for me, I have like, insecurities that I have to deal with personally that involve that same thing. Like I'm a huge people person. You are as well, right?
Absolutely. Well, I'm good with people. I don't really know if I'm a people person, but people seem to like me, so we'll go with it.
I fucking love people, dude. I don't care if you're like my thing is like if you're a fucking asshole, like I'm still gonna talk to you because I want to know what fucking just gets you. I want to know what like what's the thing that you like. What can I do to make you smile a little bit, man?
I think my thing with people is like, I guess I'm a people person. I vibe off of people's energies. So it's all about the energy in the room. If the energy is negative, or if the person that I'm around is negative,
Yeah,
I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to want to be around that, because energy is infectious, and I don't want those negative vibes anywhere near me, because then that's going to put me in a shitty mood, and then that's going to put anybody else that I interact with in
yeah,
a shitty mood.
and that's fair.
So nine
But
times out of 10, the vibes that I give off and the vibes that I receive are pretty good. So I guess that's kind of why I do well in social situations.
yeah.
But outside of it, I'm like, I like my alone time. I want to read a book.
Yeah, and that's fair. Like so, like the way that I usually view, like people that are a little tougher to like comprehend or like a little tougher to get along with. They give off that bad energy. Is like I want to know their story. You know,
Yeah, that's fair.
so like that's one a huge thing that like that I like. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And but for me personally, if they just don't like me, I do get a little butthurt. I'm like, damn, dude. Well, I tried for you, brother. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's the thing, rejection.
yeah. And I
Because
I
then
do not fucking do well with that at all,
I
at
don't
all.
either. I'm like, why don't you want to be my friend? I thought we were getting along, and I made this for you, and you don't even like me.
Bro, do you ever get in your head and you're like, oh my god, dude, like this conversation's not going well. Like you're
Yes,
just like,
dude. Like I'll be talking with somebody, and I'm just like, all right, I think we're doing a good job. We're having a good time talking, and then all of a sudden, you're an asshole. What did I say?
you're like, I
Like
was
I
kidding.
didn't think that I said anything wrong, but apparently they don't like my dark humor.
Yeah, I do. A lot of
You
people
say
don't
you
understand
say one joke and somebody gets butthurt, and then all of a sudden they don't want to be friends and have a sleepover anymore.
that. Yeah, dude. See, I have a really bad time with being too touchy with people. Like so, but I do it with good purpose, not weird in a weird way. But like I do it like jokingly, and but I gotta understand that not everybody's me, you know. So I have to
Yeah.
like, like or you. So like that's the biggest thing is like our sense of humor is in the way like the world works today. We have to watch what we say. We have to watch like what we do, and and we
Exactly.
do like because like we want to respect everybody. We want everybody on this show. Like we want more listeners and shit like that, and we want you to have fun with us. So like we don't want y'all to get offended. I hope you don't get offended by the word fuck because I say it a lot. I desensitize the shit out of that word, but
Absolutely. My mother will probably not be listening to our show, just FYI. She does not like my potty mouth.
Mom, I love
Uh,
you, and I will try to put an or like a cut version for you.
yeah, well, Mama, we're gonna go ahead and tone it down a little bit at some point. It's probably not gonna be today, but
But Dad, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
oh,
But
are we allowed to say that?
but yeah, man. But yeah, dude. Like getting back on topic, it's so crazy how like we get in our heads too, and we're like, trying to find ourselves at the same time, but we're trying to fight our insecurities as well, because everybody's got insecurities, but like nobody likes to let other people know that because
Exactly.
from what I hear, it's unattractive. That's what I
Well,
hear.
not only that too, but I feel like one, it makes you vulnerable when you
Yes.
show your insecurities, and two, it makes you seem damaged, or it makes you feel damaged, and nobody wants to feel like damaged goods because then you feel less than, and I feel like that has a lot to do with the insecurity, especially when trying to communicate them as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm damaged goods for sure. Like I'm fucking scumbags. Ambitious
Scumbags.
scumbags.
No, but I like you. I like that you're damaged goods. You're like that can of soup that I've dropped 1,000 times on the aisle floor, but you still haven't cracked yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take
Nice.
you home.
Thank God. I appreciate
I'm
that.
probably not gonna use you, but you're
I'll
gonna
sit in the pantry.
you're gonna sit in the pantry for a good while, and I guarantee you there's gonna be a day, probably when the world ends, where I'm gonna be like, "Damn, that can of soup
I
really
might
came in
suck you
clutch."
down. I might suck you down.
Shut up.
But no, no, I get it, man. Like,
Yeah, you
but
get what I'm saying.
yeah, I do. I really like. I really like him trying to find myself though. Like, I love to make people laugh. Like, it's just, when the opportunity arises, like I'm pretty good at feeling the energy too. So I understand
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
And
Um,
that's one thing I'm realizing too. The people who deal with the most, like mentally, who are in their own headspace, who are battling anxiety and depression, 9 times out of 10, they're the people that are trying the hardest to make other people happy. Like I'm constantly trying to be the light in the room, and not in like a pretentious or cocky kind of way, but I'm trying to make people smile. I'm trying to brighten somebody else's day if I can, because hopefully the energy that they receive from that will bounce back and
yes,
come to me, so that I can feel that as well, especially on my down days when
dude,
I'm just like, when I'm in need of it.
absolutely. Like, I can't agree more, man. I really can't. I feel like, we show these like emotions. Like we like to make people laugh and make people like happy because, that's what we want to see in ourselves. Does that make sense?
Exactly. We're trying to mirror what we want
Absolutely,
in
man.
our own lives.
And
So
when I see somebody like laugh at like something I say or like they smile, like if it was like a good little like haha, like but I like that because I know this shit's going good. I know it's reciprocating, and this shit's gonna come right back to me.
exactly.
So like, and then that's gonna make me feel good. I know this shit's gonna be a good night. I just know. And there are some harder nights. I want to talk to you about. So me and one of my buddies the other day. I'm not gonna name him. But so I ended up getting a little too intoxicated. But with all the shit that I had going on in my life at the moment, I think a lot of my insecurities got brought out. He's a great friend to me. And he's the homie. Like no matter how he thinks of me now. Well, I got a little too intoxicated, and he drove me home, and I almost tried to fight him, and because like he had some personal stuff that had going on, but I took it as like, oh, is there like an issue, like like, and it one thing led to another. He's like, no, dude, like, why are you asking me? And then, but in the morning, like I was like, I felt like a fucking idiot. I got that drunk guilt, and
Yep.
that shit lingers on you, and
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't really drink too heavily, but I know it's that sense of guilt and sense of regret of knowing that you can't take something back.
absolutely. And
And
that shit's tough, bro.
oh
And
yeah,
that's something that's something that I've been having to deal with lately, at least. But I'm still trying to find my way. Like I know not to get like that, and to if there's a rule that I have to live by now, and it's like don't drink when you're sad. Drink when you're happy, so you can become happier. That's what I always like to live by. Yeah.
absolutely. That's a good rule to live by.
So ever since then, like I, if I'm in a good mood, yeah, dude, let's go do some stuff. Let's go have a few drinks. Let's go brunch. Because I'm a
Brunch,
big
yeah.
brunch guy.
Oh, I am too, man. I don't care what they
Yeah.
say about guys in brunch. I'm all for it.
Oh, dude, I'll wear what's those like flat bill Montgomery Gentry hats. You know what
Oh
I'm talking
yeah,
about, those
no,
girls wear.
bro. I will rock the shit out of a sundress for some brunch.
I could see that.
I
I think
Yeah, I bet you
I
could.
think fucking yellow might be your color.
I Yellow is my color. How'd you know? Yellow or lavender, from what I'm told.
Lavender.
Lavender.
That's a different
Lavender.
style of purple, guys. Just so
It
you know.
is, man. It's beautiful. But no, I will brunch it up, especially for some eggs Benedict.
Dude, I
Oh,
fuck with that shit too, man. I'll be
do
like, hey,
you?
give me some eggs Benny, bro,
Yeah, I need
and
the
some
eggs Benny.
mimosas. Like I'll be in
Oh,
that bitch.
I'm a Bloody Mary kind of guy.
I'll do
I like
both.
I like the savory instead of the sweet.
Dude, I will do both. I will start with a Bloody Mary, and then I will go to mimosas.
See, I'm the
Or
opposite. I'll start with a mimosa to get my OJ in,
yeah,
make sure I'm healthy,
hell yeah.
and then I'll go ahead and hit my tomato and my vodka. But yeah.
Dude, I just figured out what poinsettias were. They're cranberry juice and champagne. I thought it was just a cranberry mimosa. Like so that's
Wait,
what I was
what
like.
is it called?
It's called a poinsettia.
I thought that was a flower.
I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's cranberry juice and champagne. That's what it is. It's not a
Okay, well,
flower.
I'm pretty sure it's a flower
It's probably a
too.
flower, but
It probably is.
I had to order it, and the lady's like, "You mean a poinsettia?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is that?"
I
And she
don't
was
know.
like, a flower." No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say that, but
It's what you ordered, dumbass.
yeah, that's what you. I was like, I probably
And
did.
then you started crying at the table. You're like, I'm not a dumbass. You're a dumbass.
Yeah, right. Back to mental health.
Back to mental health. Exactly. Back to my feelings getting
I
hurt.
was like, "Fuck." Really fucked this one up, Wyatt. Gosh damn it.
More or less.
But yeah, man.
But to kind of get back on topic a little bit, and I feel like our listeners are gonna realize that we're gonna go off on tangents a little bit.
Yeah, no,
Um,
they'll know.
yeah, they'll
They'll
know.
know.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what life is.
It's
Life
like
is just one giant tangent
it's like
because
a cutscene in Family Guy.
yeah, you don't know
Yeah,
where the fuck it's going
yeah,
or if it's ever gonna come back.
absolutely, yeah.
Um, but that's the fun of it. That's the fun of this show. You don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
You don't know.
You don't know. Um, But we should definitely get back on track. Where did we leave off?
So we were talking about basically anxiety and tone, and then like there's other mental health issues that other people are facing that I personally don't know about. I suffer like minor PTSD, um, but other than that, like I don't know if anybody knows how to deal with that. Personally, I had to talk to a therapist. That's where I got diagnosed at. Um, I don't really want to get into too much detail about this because this is
Then don't
this is
worry about it.
it's a little like it's tough for sure. But I think it's mainly has to do with me growing up, like and then me perceiving certain things. So yeah, like I think it just had this whole like process and the way I intook things like while I was younger, like like things that were like I heard depicted like how I am now. So
No, that
like
makes sense. Because you're a sponge when you're younger. You
yeah,
you literally
exactly.
soak up everything that you hear and learn.
Exactly. So like a huge thing for me, right, is like relationships and then finding my like do's and don'ts, and I find each like every relationship that I have been in, I have I've learned something from. I've took something from that. And this is helping me grow as a person. So one thing I want to establish real quick is you cannot seek happiness in other people, and I used to. I used to like try to find that because like it made me feel good. You see a good looking girl, or guy if you like guys, like or if you like girls, you like girls, But you know what exactly what I'm saying. Like, um, if you see a good looking person, and you're like, oh damn, like that's the one, and then like y'all just connect, and that's it. That's where I become vulnerable, and that's why I'm like, oh fuck, I got to take a step back. Well, um, this should like I think that's what affected me a lot of my life. Is like I see this good looking person, we establish a great relationship, and I'm like, oh fuck, this shit didn't work out, And then like I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh dude, I get all up in my like feels. I'm like, gosh damn it, here we go. And then like but I don't let anybody know that because you know what? Social media and the false depiction. So
No, 100%. I'm the same way. You know, um, any of my past relationships, I suppress my emotions.
yeah.
That's my kryptonite. Is I am was am we'll see emotionally stunted,
Yeah.
and my downfall for my relationships was lack of communication. You know, I wouldn't express how I was feeling. You know, anybody can say I love you. You know, you don't have to mean it,
Yeah.
and if you do mean it, you don't have to mean it to the fullest. Or you can just say it. They're just words at that point
You're
for some
right.
people.
Words are just
um
words until proven otherwise.
exactly, and
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. You can say the words all you want, actions speak louder than words. You guys have heard that time and time again. You've heard that time and time again. Actions speak louder than words. And that was just something that I couldn't uh, put into action for the longest time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can be romantic. I can be Mr. Suave, sweep you off your feet, take you on the best date of your life. But that's not love. That's me trying to win you over.
Absolutely.
And
You can tell
and
you all the things that you want to hear, man.
exact no, that's
Bro,
exactly right.
a fucking
And
Kobe or never mind, I can't say that no more.
you
But
can. It's been a year.
rest in peace, Kobe. I love you.
Um, but no, but seriously, and that's what it was. And I would like chase after that. Whenever I was trying to date people, I would be like, well, I'm going to paint this false depiction of who I am and what I can be,
Yeah.
and hope that you don't see the real me and the vulnerable side of me. And if you do, then we're going to go ahead and just peace out, um, because I'm not going to have you see me as broken.
Yeah.
And that ruined a lot of relationships for me, um, until I met my wife.
Hell yeah.
And I think this was one of the topics that me and you discussed earlier was just relationships in general, but um, people go searching for love.
Yeah.
That's one thing, especially in our generation right now, with all of social media, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, whatever you want to find somebody on, is we're painting that false depiction of who we are through a bio, and we're looking for love in all the wrong places. We're literally just craving affection from somebody when one, we should probably be focusing on ourselves or our careers or just our lives in general, because uh let's face it, our generation kind of got the shit end of the stick, and we can probably do better with our lives. uh but also, you're never going to find happiness if you chase it. Happiness comes to you when you least expect it. And that's the same thing with love. That's my whole love story, is falling in love with somebody when I never expected to. And then that's how I met my wife.
Absolutely.
And
Man, that's
it
a fucking awesome story though too, bro. Like
oh,
honestly.
absolutely. It's a beautiful story. I'm not gonna throw it out there right now, but I'll give you the tidbits. Me and my wife were working together. I met her literally first day I saw her. I was definitely smitten, and I was like, I really want to get to know this girl. It wasn't anything sexual. It wasn't anything like, damn, she's hot as shit and all that. It was literally just, wow, she is just a very beautiful girl, and I would really like to have her in my life.
You
Either
felt that energy, that
I felt
connection.
that energy and
Yeah.
connection, and I was like, I could really see myself having her in my life, whether as a friend or as more, if that's what the universe decided for me. And she did not feel the same way. She was like, who is this douchebag and why is he talking to me? Um, and she thought that for the longest time, because I was bodybuilding and I was very much about my appearance. And
Handsome as fuck.
beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So if you think that, I appreciate it.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
think she did. She thought I was very into myself and self-centered and just very about me, which in the sport of bodybuilding you have to be, and that'll be a topic for another episode. But um, you know, somehow we became friends. Our
Oh yeah.
first hangout was dove hunting, dude. Who the
Oh,
fuck takes
that's
a girl
fucking
dove hunting?
sick. That's fucking sick. That's
It
another
was
thing, guys. Don't just go to the movies. Like, think of some weird shit to do together, you know?
exactly
Like, make
the
memories. Like, you can always go to a fucking movie, you know? Like, and movies
exactly
are great. I love
yeah,
movies. I watch
but
them
you don't get to
religiously.
talk.
Exactly.
You don't get to learn about the person.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. So like
and that's what we did.
it's so good. Go on a fucking road trip. Go on back
Yeah,
roads. Like be stupid. Like have fun. Not
exactly.
too stupid, but have fun. You know.
Exactly. Take a long ass drive and just talk,
Yes.
or just ask, hey, what's your favorite kind of music, and then listen to their favorite kind of music. It might not be
Yes.
your cup of tea, but listen to it, and then you get to learn about
But
that
dude,
person.
you know what's so funny about that? Like what you just mentioned right there. Like I'm a huge music guy, right? So
Same.
like when you say like play your favorite kind of music, like I might not like that music, but that song stays in my head, and I
Exactly.
remember that moment, you know. Like
Exactly.
that's the greatest shit too. That is like the most powerful like effect that you can have, or powerful like drug. I think music's such a drug, dude. Like it's fucking phenomenal.
It is. Well, it is, because music can literally change your entire mood.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. We listen to certain songs when we're sad.
Yeah.
Why? Because they make us feel.
Yeah.
We listen to certain songs when we're happy. Why? Because they make us dance and make us happy.
Hell yeah.
We listen to certain songs when we're drunk. Why? Because the vibe is all right.
And the vibe is all
And
right.
we listen to
Absolutely.
certain songs when we're angry, because sometimes we just need to rage and just headbang.
You're damn right.
So, I mean, music literally is a drug, because it affects your mind, body, and soul.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does, man. Like, I remember. So my favorite thing to do, Rob, is like, I will, uh, I will go on my truck. You know, if I'm like having a sad day, you know, I'm on like a Monday sad day, right? Like, let me paint the setting for you.
Got the Monday
The
blues.
Monday blues, right? So I'm like over there. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna grab my motherfucking iPhone. I'm gonna go into my truck. I'm gonna plug that bitch in. I'm gonna take a drive, and I'm listening to, guess what? Six
Uh,
Black or Black,
oh,
if you know who that is.
I thought you were gonna say Miley Cyrus.
Yeah,
Or Taylor Swift.
but you're not supposed to tell them about that. But yes,
Oh,
I do listen to those two artists, and I
a
will jam out.
little T Swizzle,
And Lil T Swizzle, there's nothing wrong with Lil T Swizzle.
little cardigan.
I need that in my life.
Exactly.
Well, I'll be cruising, man. I'll just be fucking vibing out, and like I'm like, oh, I put myself in the song, bro. I will literally be cruising. I'll be like, oh hell yeah, this is my shit right now. Like this song's about me, and then
That's exactly what I was about to say.
hell yeah.
You'll be listening to the song and you're like, nah, this song's not about her. This song's about me.
Yeah, for sure,
Crying
bro.
your eyes out.
What is that?
Why'd you leave me?
Have you heard that song that it's by Black? He goes by like 6LACK. He's got the 6 and then Lack. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's got a song called Problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I was listening to shit on the way to work, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, and I'm like singing along, like I'm fucking the artist that's making the song. Yo,
See,
dude.
no, I'm the same. I have an artist that I listen to as well. I listen to, have you heard of NF?
No.
All right, look him up. He's got really good music, but a lot of his music is very much emotionally based, and it's definitely music to listen to if you struggle with any kind of substance abuse, mental illness,
Oh hell yeah.
whatever. Especially anxiety. The anxiety and depression is literally the topic of almost every single one of his songs.
Oh, that's
And,
fantastic.
and yeah, and I kid you not, his songs are a vibe. I'm having a bad day. I literally just throw in the playlist, and I probably have about 10 songs on there that help me get through it. So
That's fucking
NF
awesome.
for
Yeah,
for
dude.
those that want to know.
No, that's great. Like, yeah, dude. I'll like listen to like some like hardcore shit too, dude. Like, I'll be in the truck, just windows down, blaring shit out that like like hard, like our intro, like like I listen to that shit. Like, I still fuck with metal, bro. Like, I'm about it. Like,
See,
it
we're
just
opposites, man.
it
I'm
just gets
literally
it gets me
I,
so in like this fucking mood, dude.
I'm
It just
slow jams.
helps.
I'm slow jams are like just sad shit.
90s.
I'm just like, well, not even that. I'm just like, how am I trying to say this? When I get into those depressive or anxious states, I feel like time slows down.
Oh
I
hell
feel like
yeah.
my mind is racing, but time itself and everything around me is just going by so slow. And so the music that I listen to is a depiction of that. It's I listen to that slow instrumental shit, and I'm just
Hell
like,
yeah. And it kind of
this.
calms you down, right?
It kind of does
Yeah.
because it's the rhythm and the melody and everything
Oh yeah.
is keeping pace with me and my
Yeah.
emotions. So I'm able to start to relax a little bit more and gradually come back into real time.
No, man, and that's so great though. Like I understand that completely, dude. Like I'll be, I'll be in the car just vibed out, dude. I will. I'll just like lose all like like thought process actually, which music does help. Like
Absolutely.
like especially like like for basically what I go through. Like in any stressful situations. I'll just put some in and I'll just go cruising, bro. Like like honestly, I would take my advice. Don't drive angry because that's gonna end up bad. But if you're like like feeling a little sad or something like that, go for a cruise, man. Like that wind like might help a little bit. It
Oh,
help.
absolutely.
Oh
Leave the
man,
windows down,
yes,
put the
dude.
music on,
Yes, dude. That
feel the
helps
fresh air. The fresh
tremendously.
air makes you feel alive.
Because sometimes I just need to get the fuck out this house, like
Absolutely.
and that's such a huge thing. But honestly, like so a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about, I had brought up, was drinking is definitely like one of those like coping mechanisms that isn't the best, right? Yeah, and what are we doing? I'm drinking fucking White Claws right now. I might crack one open right now, actually. No,
I'm,
never
I'm
mind.
drinking. I'm
It's too
drinking
deep.
rum.
That's too deep. But you drinking rum?
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Staying
Good
with the
rum too.
liquor.
Not that sissy shit. Good fancy rum.
This is all I had in my fridge at the moment.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was
You're a
like,
you're a basic college chick. It's fine.
it's fine, and I
It's
accept that. I
fine.
accept
No,
it.
it's fine. You're living your best life in Destin. It's cool.
I mean,
We all know what Destin's known for.
yeah, yeah. Destin's all right. It's cool. It's fun. You know everybody here. It's definitely like it looks like a big town. It is not. It is very
Yeah,
small. So like I mean everybody knows everybody, which is cool. But
kind of reminds you of shirts.
yeah, I do miss Texas though. I do.
Well,
I
you
miss Texas a lot.
come on back, buddy. We miss you
Thank you.
too.
I know, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to make my way over there, but you know, the good Lord's got something in plan for me right now, so I got to take my time. But yeah, man. Like anxiety and drinking is such a motherfucker because after we have a stressful day at work, is we want to crack the bottle open. We want to have a beer. We want to like get into that atmosphere that where we can just let loose. And then sometimes that shit can go too far. And
Absolutely, because we're trying to numb our emotions,
yeah, and
and when that becomes your coping mechanism, one drink doesn't do it anymore. Two drinks doesn't do it anymore, and pretty soon you're drinking a fifth of whiskey to numb the pain.
yep,
And what happens then? You can't function. You're too plastered to even comprehend what's going on in your own mind.
yeah, and your own mind will take over. Like your deep
Exactly.
thoughts, your insecurities will take over.
Yep, the boogeyman comes to play because
Dude,
that's when you leave yourself mentally vulnerable.
that shit will ruin relationships, trust me, because I fucking know it. And when you're not in like a good state of mind, do not resort to drinking. And just because I've seen the outcome of it. I've seen what's happened to my buddies that are in service as well. And they've gotten kicked out for some of the stuff that they've done. And that's not a life to live. I've seen people change their lives from drinking completely, and they're living a happy life. I always ask them, I'm like, how do you quit drinking? Like, what made you want to? Like, what is driving you to do that? And they always say their family for sure. And then there was one buddy that that didn't have a family. It was just him. He was a single guy. But he said that if I did not quit drinking, and I know myself, he goes, I'm not in a great state. Like I'm just not gonna be in a great state of mind. But if I did not quit drinking, it was gonna be the end of me. And that's such a huge fucking thing to like realize. He went to therapy too, actually, to talk about his own issue that he had.
Yeah.
And it was an issue because he called it an issue. He knew it. He knew what was happening. He knew like what was happening for it. And I asked him why he drank so much. He said, "Dude, I'm just not fucking happy. I'm not
And
happy."
sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes you're just not happy.
Yeah, man.
But
And
that's an issue in itself.
but no, and it led to his depression. Like he got diagnosed with that, and
Yep.
he's just like, dude, like I seek joy in the way this makes me feel, and it's the only thing that I can do right now in the military. And then there's other substances like harder drugs,
Yep.
and that is way harder to fucking quit. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Because then your body craves it.
dude, like I mean, there's people that crave like their bodies crave alcohol as well,
Well,
but
yeah,
like
that too.
I
But
guess it's like when you go over to like a certain like standpoint, like a certain like what do you call it? Like crossing that line.
yeah,
So like when people can go out and drink like regulars, people can smoke weed and be okay. Um, but like you can try like these like harder drugs like one time and get hooked, and then be in complete denial to like not even realize that you're hooked. There's
oh
there's
no,
there's so many like people that drink and then that they don't even realize that like, yo, dude, I'm
it's a
definitely in
problem.
denial. Yeah,
Yeah, it's become
you
a
know,
problem and you're not even aware of it. And
yeah,
that's
man,
where alcoholism comes into effect.
yeah, dude, and it's fucking crazy. Like, it's so like you're so unaware at the moment, you know.
Exactly.
But
Well, and I guess that's what happens. You become a functioning alcoholic
yeah,
to where you're just kind of numb to it all. You don't even realize it.
yeah, man, it's fucking nuts. But yeah, my buddy had to see a therapist that helped him. He went to this it's a program we have in the Air Force, which is it's a good program. It's called ADAPT, and it's basically like rehabilitation, like basically stating like, hey, dude, you don't need this shit to like be okay. We got you. Like you'll be okay. So I don't really know how that works because I've never been in that program. But I hear good and bad things about it. But like the thing is, like, I want to talk to you about open-mindedness, and open-mindedness is a huge factor when it comes into like receiving help from anything, right? So as an
Absolutely.
example, Rob, like, I went to therapy while I was in the military to talk about my certain shit, and my therapy did not go well. I talked to you about this earlier as well,
Hmm.
and my therapy did not go well. I didn't think it did a fucking thing for me. I didn't think that it helped whatsoever. She gave me she gave me study guides like I was doing homework, but I also didn't go in open minded, and I'm stubborn as a motherfucker.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So like but Rob had told me, he was like, dude, um I think you could have listened to listened to what she said a little bit. But sorry, my cat got on the table. But he's like, you probably should listen to what she said. She was trying to do her job and help, but I had to explain basically, like, dude, this, like, there's therapists for everybody, and that one was just not the one for me.
Exactly. You have to
Yeah.
find your right one. Like I can remember as a kid, um, based on some past traumas that I've had in my life, I'm not going to go into detail about them, but um, they definitely fucked me up uh, developmentally, um, which I think is a big reason for why I am the way I am now. But with all that came anger issues. And I think that was also because of repressed emotions and rage and whatnot. But I went to go and see a therapist, and he was a very religious man. And so his thing was, well, God let that happen to you to tell you something or teach you something. And I was like, the fuck he did.
Yeah.
Like, everything was, God did this for a reason or God did that for a reason. And look, I believe in God. I am, you know, I'm not hating on religion or anything by any means. I grew up in a religious household. I'm very much a religious person, but do not try to shove religion down my throat when trying to make me better.
You're right.
Because you saying, well, God let that happen for a reason, even if you don't understand what that reason is, that's not going to help me. That's going to make it seem like, I was being punished
Yeah.
for something, and I have no idea why. So that didn't last long. And then recently, um, during 2020, like right before quarantine, I went to go and see a therapist, and honestly, she was probably one of the best ones I've talked to. And um, I think it was the fact that she actually was willing to listen rather
She
than,
gave a shit.
yeah, she did. She was actually very interactive, and
Yeah.
she was like, look, you probably feel this way because of that, but let's figure out why.
Yeah.
And she was actually diving into the details, and she was asking all the right hard questions.
Hell yeah.
And it sucked having to answer those questions and kind of um, open up some of those old wounds. But at the same time, that's what you have to do. You have to rip off the band-aid and let it bleed a little bit in order to get better. You have to show that vulnerability,
Yeah, you do.
and without that, you won't get better.
Bro, that's what
And
I'm saying, man. No, like
and yeah,
yeah, you really have to I don't know if we touched this topic earlier, but you can try to be as tough as you want to be. Like guys, girls, whatever. Like if you can try to be the toughest motherfucker in this world, but you cannot, like, you're gonna break because life's gonna fucking have its way with you.
exactly.
It's gonna happen, and it's happened to me multiple times. It might not be the last time it's happened to me, or it's probably not gonna be the last time it
No,
happened to me. I'm gonna get my shit rocked, but that's a part of us growing. you know,
Exactly.
and it's not like, you know, I wish I could change the rules. I wish like me and Rob could change the rules, but you know, we can't. You know, like this is the way it is. It's harsh, it's cruel, but it helps us grow, and we have to view this shit from a different perspective. And we have to be there for each other, dude. Like we really have to, like, you know, you have to talk about the way you feel, because if you don't, you're gonna bottle up this shit inside, and you're gonna get in like trouble, and or like with yourself or something else, dude. Like I'm so serious. Like just from like experiencing this, like I know what can happen if you bottle this shit up. You
You
know,
become a time bomb.
you do, and
You're literally just a ticking time bomb, and then by the time you try to defuse, it's too late. It's already countdown to zero.
yeah, man. It's fucking nuts, man. And this is why I want to touch this subject. You know, this is why like Rob is like, "Yo, dude, we need to talk about mental health." And I was like, "Yo, I'm definitely about it." And I just like I want to know, like, you know, what y'all feel as well, you know. Um I want feedback from this, you know. We need feedback from the audience. And you know, if there's something that we didn't touch, I would love to cover it. He would love to cover it. I
Absolutely. If you got if our listeners think that that we didn't do a well enough job of covering a topic, or if there's a topic that they want us to cover or go into a little bit more detail, or even if they want to hear some more personal stories one on one,
dude, for sure.
I will gladly share my experiences. If you're feeling down or you're feeling lost or feeling alone and you think that my experiences might help you feel a little less alone, by all means, I'll go ahead and let you in on it, you know, because I've shared them openly in the past, and I've gotten feedback from people who are like, wow, you know, I have felt this way for so long, or I've had this happen to me, and I was never brave enough to share it. But you give me the courage to do it, or you show me that it's okay to let people know that my traumas don't define me.
Hell yeah. You're right, man. Like, you
So,
know, like and that's what we're here. That's like, you know, we want to be here for that. We want to be here for all the stories that you have to tell. We want to be here for you know, like if you're going through any trauma, you don't have to do this alone.
nope,
You
that's
know,
what we're
like
here for.
you know, we want to help you grow, and this is a part of growth. You know, this is a part of, like, you know, maybe if you listen to us, like you can understand that you're not alone in what you feel. Um, you know, like, and I really hope that, you know, our followers do get something positive out of this. I really do.
Oh, of course. I
And
want to, like I said, if we can touch just one life, if we can make an impact on just one listener,
yeah,
it was worth it.
yeah,
It was
man,
all worth it.
100%. You know, and you know, like this show's not always gonna be about this. There's gonna
No,
be
it's
there's gonna be more positive aspects, more bullshit. You know, if we're gonna
a
have
lot of
bullshit episodes,
bullshit.
yeah, yeah, for sure. But like, you know, like we go on this, like, you know, we try to stay on topic, you know, but you know,
But we go off
we
on
ramble,
tangents.
yeah. But you know, like
Exactly. But
that's
that's
the
life.
best. That's the best too. Like, you know, you get to hear the real us. These are real conversations. They're very organic. Um, you know, and we just want to, like, you know, show y'all that we care. You know.
Yeah. And we do care. We care very much. This isn't us just putting up a facade for you guys and being these, you know, podcast personalities
Fuck no.
um trying to gain followers. You either like us or you don't. And that's how it is in life. Not everybody, we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and we're very much aware of that.
Yeah.
But we're hoping that if our listeners give us a chance, maybe something that we say will resonate with you, and it'll have a positive impact. And that's all we can hope for at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Absolutely, man. But you know, uh, we're getting in close to the end of this episode. Um, but you know, if there's like I said, if there's any topics that we haven't touched, please let us know. If you have any questions for us, just give us a call. You can email us, text us, let us know what's going on.
Yep. DM us on our page too,
Yeah,
Ambitious Scumbags Officials on Instagram. Facebook page is coming soon as well. So you guys can definitely shoot us a message on there. We want,
Yeah, you got banned, huh?
yeah, I got a 24-hour ban on Facebook for some reason. It was from a post that I posted a while back, actually, and
Really?
they just now got me for it. So, um, I thought it was funny, but apparently Facebook didn't. But anyway, we're gonna have ways for you to contact us if you need help. If you just need somebody to talk to, a shoulder to cry on, somebody to listen, a different
Absolutely.
perspective. That's what we're here for. And I can only hope that we can create not a fan base but a community, and
Yeah.
that's what I want to start calling it. You got our listeners are not fans. You guys are a community, and hopefully it can become
Dude,
somewhat of a family.
yeah, y'all are just like us, dude. Like we're literally
Exactly,
just
you're
doing
average
this and
people.
talking, and then like we're gonna have average people on here because what we were concerned about with was the majority, yeah.
Exactly,
So
we're
like,
not focusing on Hollywood elites
bro,
and
I don't
this and
know
that.
fucking celebrities. You don't know
Exactly,
celebrities, like
I might know celebrities.
I
You
don't
don't know
fucking.
that.
You're right, but if you do,
I don't
I don't
though.
want to talk to them.
Exactly.
Like I'm just kidding.
We want average Joes on here, average people just like us, um, who go through the daily struggles that we all go through, and that are relatable on the majority of aspects of life that we all kind of share. So that's what we're trying to do and what we're
Hell
trying
yeah.
to put out there.
Yeah, we're gonna keep having potty mouths. We're gonna keep talking about good shit though. So please keep following us, like and subscribe. We're here for you guys. Just let us know.
For sure, always.
All right, man. You done?
I'm done, guys.
I'm
It's
done.
been fun.
It has been fun. I hope y'all enjoy. Late.